How y'all doing, phenomenal listeners? It's DJ B Phenomenal, taking some time out to just drop you all some of the gems that I've picked up throughout life, because although music gives me life, I've lived enough life to have a whole lot of life lessons, and so I'm just going to take some time out in these videos to give them to you. If you don't hear my background music, you don't know who it is, it's actually Miss Jasmine Sullivan. Bust Your Windows. I don't know if anybody's ever experienced something similar to this, but I have. So we're going to talk about it today. I actually was married before. I've been through divorce, and anybody that's out there who's ever went through a divorce knows just how terrible it can be. Even, when both parties know they need to go their separate ways, it's a beast separating from somebody, especially somebody that, you committed yourself to on a level of marriage. Like, that's a very big deal. And when I was going through it, I was young. I was 24 years old and thought I knew everything, was on top of the world, until I actually went through that divorce. And I just want to let you all know that I dang near thought I had lost my mind. Like, it was wow. One moment I was like, woo, I'm free. The next minute I'm like, oh, I'm not going to cry no more. And really, those range of emotions, the ups and downs, that was like my experience for a long time. At least it probably took me a strong 2 years to really work through all of the pain and the hurt of going through a divorce. And it honestly, it doesn't really matter whose fault it is, because it takes two to tango, period. It could be all my fault. It could have been all her fault. It wasn't, But the point is, a divorce is painful. But there are some tools that you can utilize to help you keep your mind right as you're going through it. Because separation is a process, especially when you've invested in that person. They've become your best friend. They know stuff about you that the rest of the world don't know. It takes a lot to be able to separate that. So the first tool that helped me get through my divorce was faith. Whew. I had to pray a whole lot. And it was really about praying for forgiveness for myself first. Because I was the type of person who, when I got married, I never thought I would get a divorce. And I'm a very spiritual person. So I had to forgive myself in order to not really mentally and emotionally sabotage myself. Because I felt like a loser like that. You out here counseling people, life coaching folks, and then here you are with your marriage in shambles. You weren't able to make that work successfully. So I had to forgive myself first. And then the second thing I had to do was forgive my ex-wife for not making it work. Really the same thing. We both came to the table, took vows, and said that we would do it for life. And I had to step outside of myself and be able to forgive her in spite of whatever craziness took place. And I'm here to tell you, it was some craziness. When you're going through a divorce, I can guarantee you it's going to be at least one thing that that other person does, whether it's your partner or you, the other side of you, that you do, that you never thought you would do, that you may find yourself doing while you're going through a divorce. But the second thing is, it's imperative to forgive the person that you're divorcing, Because later on down the line, when it's time for you to begin to date again and eventually find love, because you're going to heal and you'll find love again, but you actually want to find a healthy love. You don't want to go through the process of recreating or repeating what you just did to get a divorce, you know? And in order for that not to happen, you have to forgive yourself first and then forgive the person that you're getting a divorce from. Those two things are major, major, major keys. I started off with faith. Like, faith is what's going to get you through each one of these steps. Faith is going to get you through the step of forgiving yourself. Faith is going to get you through the step of forgiving that other person as well. And when I say faith, I'm not speaking of any type of organized religion, or it could be. I'm speaking about anything that you can connect to that is higher than yourself at that time, so that you don't lose it. Because again, divorce is devastating. It hurts like hell. And you're going to need something, someone, some entity larger than yourself to be able to grab hold to. So remember, if you out there and you're going through a divorce, some type of separation right now with somebody that you are, in love with or falling out of love with, keep your faith, whatever that looks like, whether it's listening to inspirational songs, inspirational words, calling your support team, your support network regularly and checking in just to get some words of encouragement. You got to keep your faith level high during this time period. Forgive yourself. You did the absolute best that you could do with what you had at that time. I truly believe if you could have done better, you would have did better. But you did your best at that time. So forgive yourself. And then lastly, but equally as important, you have to forgive the other person, no matter what they did to you. And I can hear some of my phenomenal listeners out there right now like, hold on, DJ B Phenomenal. You don't know what happened? I don't need to know. I know what happened in my divorce. I know what roles I played in it. I know what roles my ex-wife played in it. But what I can assure you is I absolutely had to forgive her before I could healthily move forward. Remember that. Keep it positive, because you already what? Blessed.